Hi, I'm Danica Tormolen, VP of Content for Trade Show News Network, and I'm joined by Larry McKinley, who is the Chief Security Officer for MPEA, which oversees that stands for Metropolitan
Pier,
Pier
Exposition
Exhibition
Authority.
Authority,
Correct.
and it oversees McCormick Place, where we're at. We're at the restaurant show.
Yes.
And what other buildings?
Wintrust Arena as well. So on our campuses, campus is a very large campus. We have an
Yeah.
energy center on campus as well. And then we have our two hotels, the Marriott Hotel and the Hyatt Regency Hotel.
Great. So tell us, we were talking a little bit beforehand. So tell us about your team. How many people you have on your team, and a little bit about the security at McCormick Place.
Well, I have currently about 75 security officers, but that does not include our fire safety officers, our life safety officers as well. We have a very robust team here at McCormick Place. We actually provide all the security and fire safety, fire watch for the entire campus.
Great. So talk about some of the emergency preparedness that processes that you have in place for events like the restaurant show.
Well, some of our emergency preparedness processes, we've been actually, since my role, because I actually just started here October of last year, since taking on that role, we did a lot of improvements throughout the entire campus
Okay.
with our policies and procedures and a lot of our preparedness, and working a lot very closely with some of our partners as well, with
Okay.
Chicago Police Department, OEMC, Office of Emergency Management and Communication, and working with them to help with those preparedness situations.
So when you're thinking about when you work with a show like this show in particular, or any show, what advice do you have to give them when it comes to like preparing and being, making sure that everything is secure for their event?
Honestly, the advice I'd give them is just the communication. We have our pre-planning meetings with the security and all of the staff, and just making sure that everyone is comfortable, knowing what the situation is, knowing what type of show that we're bringing into our campus and host it. That's one of the main things that we possibly do.
So I've heard recently, like at some other shows, there's been like some protests or something like that. What are things that you do to help, the shows deal with things like that?
Like I say, it goes down to communication.
Yeah.
We do have some, because everyone has a right to protest, and we have a specific area
Yeah.
that they can actually do that in. They
Okay.
have to get permits and a process in front of that. But even when it comes down to different protests, we have within our communications, we use a system called Data Miner. It sends us all of that information that lets us know where specific protesting will be,
Yeah.
and we can actually communicate that with our event organizers at the same time.
Great. So when you're looking at security for a show like this, when you come in, I noticed, we had to have a badge to go up the escalator so that you can have access to this whole area.
Right.
Access points, I'm assuming, is a huge part of making sure a show is secure. So tell us a little bit about how you deal with that.
The access points, like I said, I'll continue to go back. McCormick Place is the largest convention
Yeah.
center in North Carolina, but we have so many different access points and working with the different show security
Yeah.
agencies and making sure, because we have 4 buildings. We have our east building, we have
Yeah.
our west building, north building, and south building. So we have to make sure that whatever convention is in what building, we have to make sure all of those access points
Right.
are actually covered with the staffing, and make sure that our staffing needs are adjacent to what we have.
So talk about training for your team. What does the training look like to keep people, making sure the venue is secure as possible?
Well, a lot of our training starts first with hospitality, because
Yeah.
our security officers have to make sure you have hospitality skills as well. And then we go into a lot of our threat briefings, our secure areas. We make sure that everyone is actually trained to actually do the job, to make sure that everyone is here, make sure that all of our exhibitors are safe, make sure the staff are safe, and our event organizers as well. So our training is a very big key component of what we do here in McCormick Place.
Yeah, I can see that. So what keeps a chief security officer up at night?
Making sure everyone is safe.
Yeah.
I don't sleep at night because, first you have to make sure that your staff is safe. You have to make sure that everyone is safe. Because when you talk about security and we talk about the aspect of
Yeah.
a large campus like this, and you can see that we have thousands of people in here. It's not any
Yeah.
individual point. So even when we don't have shows, open days, we still have multiple staff members that are here on this campus. So
Yeah.
just making sure that everyone is safe. Public safety is our name number one.
How are you deploying technology to help with security?
Well, we just recently completed our command center
Okay.
with a lot of our new technology
Yeah.
and actually integrating and bringing all of that technology together so that we can actually make sure that everyone is safe within the campus. We use, like I said, we use like data miner. We've upgraded our cameras and
Okay.
added more cameras, made everything more visible.
Okay.
We actually made our staff more visible throughout the campus as well.
So do you have cameras literally all around the whole entire campus? Can
All-
you see everything going on?
We can see everything that's going on.
Yeah.
You can't really come onto the campus without us knowing. You can't really leave off of the campus without us knowing at the same time.
And what does that command and control center look like?
It is it just a lot of bells and whistles. We have cameras, we have monitors everywhere. Staff is monitoring it 24/7. We also have a direct line to OEMC. So even when we have guests here, we always encourage people that if you have to call 911 or 311, please call 311 or 911. But you
Okay.
can also pick up any one of our direct lines of phones here
Okay.
and dial 6060. It'll go directly to our command center.
Okay.
From there, if we need to contact Chicago Police Department or Chicago Fire Department, we have a direct line with OEMC to get those units here.
And those phones there's communication around the campus.
Correct.
Yeah.
Those are completely
Yeah.
around the campus.
So tell us a little bit more about any of the modernization that you've done for that command and control center or throughout the building with security.
Some of the modernization, like I said, is actually making sure that we have all of our monitors up, making sure all of our
Yeah.
cameras are active and flowing into there, and integrating everything that we have. When we look at the modernization, the technology,
Yeah.
technology changes every day. So we have to make sure that we stay on top of that technology as well.
Do you use like some facial recognition at all or authentication technology?
You want me to give away all my secrets, right?
Well, it goes down. I mean, that's what they're using in airports and all over the place, right?
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
And that, facial recognition technology is expanding because, like I said, we have thousands of people coming here. So
Yeah.
we want to make sure that everyone is safe. Some individuals, are not supposed to be on campus. We
Yes.
do actually have technology that can actually read that technology.
So what's the process like? You talk a little bit about communicating with the event organizer who is coming in. What is best case scenario?
Best case scenario
Yeah.
would be just making sure everyone is on the same page. With my job, I have to make sure that everyone's aligned together. Because like I said, I not only have this campus, but we also have the 2 hotels
Right.
as well. And we have our data center, we have our energy center. And we talk about those organizers, making sure that everyone is on the same page.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Larry. I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to explain security is such an important issue for events like the National Restaurant Association show. So
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you
so
for having
much
me.
for your
Really
time.
do. Thank you.
For TSNN, I'm Danica Tormolin.